Good everyone, today I'm here with my WWE Money in the Bank 2018 pay-per-view. Of course, Money in the Bank took place live on the WWE Network tonight. And overall, I gotta say, come down to Money in the Bank. Even though I am pleased with the pay-per-view, I did think it was a very good pay-per-view. A lot of the matches left me with just bad taste, whether it's just the finish. Actually, I don't think there was a lot of bad finishes on the show, maybe like one or two, but just the results, the winners on the matches really left a bad taste in my mouth. I just really kind of just either pissed me off or just irritated me. So it was a damn good pay-per-view. Like I said, I thought it was actually very good. It delivered way too long. It was almost a 4.5-hour pay-per-view. Yeah, almost WrestleMania status. But besides that, I still thought it was very good. Finishes, like I said, weren't a fan of some of the results, but I'm not gonna take that away from the actual, how match quality wise. But yeah, I definitely thought Money in the Bank definitely delivered. Just it went on too long, I felt like. So that was that. Of course, before we get to the main show, we had the 1 hour kickoff show, 1 hour prior to the pay-per-view, which featured the SmackDown Tag Team Championship match. Of course, the Bludgeon Brothers taking on Luke Gallows, Karl Anderson. I thought this was a pretty good kickoff match. I thought, right from the get-go, Anderson and Gallows were pretty dominant. Of course, knocking the Bludgeon Brothers out of the ring and, showcasing their dominance. And then, of course, Bludgeon Brothers would take control, pretty much isolate Anderson from Gallows. Gallows to the hot tag, grand roughshod over the Bludgeon Brothers. And it looked like, Anderson and Gallows actually going to win the tag team titles, or setting Harper up for the Magic Killer. But as they were going for that, Rowan came out of nowhere with a huge just crossbody, or just a huge running crossbody onto Anderson, set up Gallows perfectly for a Phil Nelson powerbomb onto from Harper and Rowan onto Luke Gallows for the 1-2-3 victory. So Bludgeon Brothers retained. Like I said, I thought it was a pretty damn good kickoff match, and definitely was a fun match, I thought. So I'd love to see more of those two tag teams in the future. From there, I'm going to go to the opening of the main show, which opened up with Daniel Bryan taking on Big Cass. Good match, definitely better than the Backlash match, if you ask me. Daniel Bryan was very dominant on Big Cass early on, was, pretty much cutting him out in size. Of course, did a huge spot on the outside where Daniel Bryan jumped off the top post. Give him a huge cross body on the outside, so I thought that was a great spot right there. Back in the ring, Big Cass kind of, isolate Daniel Bryan, start working on him a little bit, start taking control, doing his little "I'm Big Cass," his stupid little fucking nuts. It's only he can get is putting his arm up, apparently. So that was that. Then Daniel Bryan started working on Big Cass's leg, his injured left leg, hitting some, dragging some, fuck, I forgot what it's called. The suplex, the leg suplex, what I'm talking about. My mind's going blank what it's called right now. But I just started working the left leg. Started cutting down Big Cass, so Big Cass ended up getting the upper hand, threw Daniel Bryan up into a big boot, so he ended up hitting that for a nice near fall. But Daniel Bryan came back with a running knee, followed by a heel hook to secure the victory. So Daniel Bryan submits Big Cass, very happy about that. Big Cass definitely should not have won. So like I said, I thought it was good, better than the Backlash match, had some good spots as well. Daniel Bryan hit a beautiful Hurricanrana into a yes locker, just a spinning around Big Cass for a while and lock him to the yes locker. I thought it was a great spot right there. So good match, a lot better than the Backlash one. And then after that, we actually had a backstage skit with the New Day and Kevin Owens. Only mention this because it was just an absolute gold segment, of course, with Kevin Owens trying to win over New Day, then eventually, turning himself, or having them turn on him once he admit that he hates pancakes, blah, 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 blah. I just thought it was a very funny backstage skit, so I definitely was definitely worth mentioning. From there, I'm going to go to Bobby Lashley taking on Sami Zayn. Nothing much to it. Right from the get-go, Sami Zayn pretty much ran away, trying to avoid Bobby Lashley. Sami Zayn got some offense in, but when it came down to it, Bobby Lashley just hooked him into just gave him 3 standing vertical suplexes. He didn't even hook the leg. He just put his hand on Sami Zayn's chest and pinned him right there. It was like a 6-7 minute match, but literally they could have accomplished everything they did in 1 minute. It should have been a squash. Big waste of time. Terrible match. That's all to it. From there, I'm going to go to the Intercontinental Championship match. Of course, Seth Rollins defending against Elias. Very good match right here. Seth Rollins continues to roll out with the Intercontinental Championship, just coming in and having great matches left and right. Elias definitely showed he can, go in this match as well. I thought he had a great showing against Seth Rollins. He definitely, like I said, proved that he can go. Match started off a little slow. Seth Rollins really wasn't doing much. He was pretty much running roughshod until Elias got the upper hand when he, had pretty much but he pretty much made Rollins go inside out with a huge lariat and worked on Rollins' neck. So he was focusing on the neck, put him a lot of, headlocks and rest holds. Just like I said, isolating, working on that neck. And then Rollins had a nice fiery comeback, hitting the blockbuster, hitting the Falcon Arrow, doing the suicide dive on the outside. Typical Rollins comeback, but, Rollins actually tweaked his knee off of a dive so that, Elias started targeting the leg of Seth Rollins after that. Seth Rollins had a nice comeback, but Seth Rollins, as he's going for a tope on the outside, Elias actually caught him and just threw him in the barricade, threw him to the post, threw him to steel steps, threw him back in the ring. He had a beautiful elbow drop from the top rope on Seth Rollins, so I thought that was great. The intensity Elias had in that sequence was absolutely insane. He looked like he was a man on a mission to win the Intercontinental Championship, so Elias definitely came off great with, that sequence right there. Then him and Rollins went out for some nice near falls, tried to hit the drift away onto Seth Rollins, with Seth Rollins countered into a cradle pin, but Elias kicked out of it. And then, of course, Elias had to roll up Seth Rollins, with Seth Rollins ended up rolling up Elias with holding the tights, by the way. So Seth Rollins is holding the tights, pinned Elias 1, 2, 3 in the middle of the ring. So Seth Rollins retains the Intercontinental Championship. Kind of disappointed by that because I really wanted Elias to win, but the way this match ended definitely has me to believe that this feud will continue. And hopefully Elias wins the Intercontinental Championship because, you know, Seth Rollins had to resort to cheating and using the tights to retain the championship. So I definitely think they'll play into the story continuing. So, like I said, great performance, Seth Rollins. You know, Elias definitely showed that he can hang and, you know, put on some great matches. So, like I said, Rollins and Elias definitely had a really good match here. From there, I'm going to go to the Women's Money in the Bank Contract Ladder match. Of course, you had Ember Moon, Charlotte Flair, Becky Lynch, Naomi, Natalya, Lana, Sasha Banks, and who's the other person in the match? My mind's totally going blank right now. Who was the other one? Give me a second. And Alexa Bliss. I don't know how the hell I forgot about Alexa, but she was in the match. My mind was totally going blank there. But this was a really good Women's Money in the Bank ladder match. Definitely better than last year's. I felt like, you know, the sense of urgency from all the women were definitely in this match. The main thing I got from this match, though, were Becky Lynch has apparently no fucking IQ because she looked absolutely stupid as fuck in this match. Ember Moon was very, very athletic. Her and Naomi had a pretty good interaction, and she just, everything she did, like the springboard off the rope and getting a crossbody and the Sasha Banks onto the ladder, I thought was great. So Ember Moon definitely shined the most, I thought. But those are the two takeaways, I thought. Everyone else looked pretty good. You know, Lana, she's still not good, but you can tell she tried. She had a nice moment where she had someone in the accolade, which she kind of came off stupidly because she could have easily climbed the ladder and won because everyone was down at that point, but she chose to try and showboat and lock in the accolade, which I thought was just pretty stupid on her part. But had some nice bumps. You know, the ladder was actually utilized very well in this match. He had some nice spots on the outside, like a meteor on the outside. Sasha Banks, you know, pretty much got killed like 6 times this match, which I didn't mind because I don't really like Sasha Banks anymore. So I thought all the women pretty much shined for the most part. Natalya was, you know, whatever. Charlotte and Sasha had a stare down, and, you know, they had some, you know, good back and forth action. And they did the spot where pretty much everyone climbed the ladder at one point, tried to secure the briefcase, but, you know, they all were just hitting each other off the ladder. And then you had the 2 miscommunication spots that just blow the fuck out of my mind. So Naomi springboards on the ladder and climbs up, and she literally has a briefcase in hand. As she's doing that, she has a briefcase in hand. Natalya's in the ring because she got knocked off the ladder, and Becky Lynch slides in and gives her an exploder suplex instead. While Naomi's on the fucking ladder. Keep in mind, this is some 2K18 shit where, you know, you're in the animation to finish her while someone's climbing, so you can't do anything about it, so you're kind of like, oh, fuck, I'm fucked because I can't stop it. That's exactly what happened here. And so Becky Lynch, of course, runs up, stops it from happening, so that fucks all that up. And then the finish came where Becky was climbing, and she's on top, and she's like, doesn't do anything, and then all of a sudden Bliss comes out of nowhere. Bliss knocks her down, walks up, gets a briefcase, and wins the match. So Becky Lynch comes off so fucking incredibly stupid in this match because she seemed like she did not know what the fuck she was doing. You know, you can blame other timings on other things, but she just seemed like she didn't know what she was doing this match. Bliss wins, which I was very excited about because you know, definitely Alexa Bliss was one of the people that I wanted to see win. Natalya would win, and, you know, seeing how things end up in the show, logically Natalya probably should have won, honestly. But, you know, Alexa Bliss winning definitely adds to her resume. I'm a huge fan of Alexa Bliss, so I was definitely down for winning the Money Big Briefcase here. So, no complaints from me about Alexa Bliss winning. I thought it was, like I said, a great match. Definitely better than last year's Money Big Ladder match. So, kudos to all the women. Like I said, they had a pretty good showing. Definitely Ember Moon. She was the MVP of this match, if you ask me. And, yeah, I really enjoyed it. Like I said, a lot of great spots in it. And from there, I'm going to go to Roman Reigns versus Jinder Mahal. I won't even waste my time in this match. Complete Brock Lesnar Roman Reigns treatment where no one paid attention to it. The only things I knew or really saw were the fact that, you know, the Singh brother got involved. He faked being injured, got involved. Sold the Superman punch about an hour late. Roman Reigns punched him and took him an hour to sell it. And Roman Reigns hit a spear on Jinder Mahal for the win. So, shit match, not much to it. I mean, it was very basic. It wasn't bad. It was just extremely, like, average, and just nothing happened, and I don't know. It was, no one paid attention to it, so it was what it was. From there, I'm going to the SmackDown Women's Championship match. Carmella defending against Asuka. Right from the get-go, Carmella trying to showboat. You know, she even slapped Asuka at one point. Asuka kind of liked it. She was kind of egging Carmella to be kind of a bitch to her. And then, of course, Asuka ran roughshot, pretty much hitting her signature stuff on, you know, on Carmella, hitting the hip attack and whatnot. Pretty much taking over. Then, of course, Carmella started getting a comeback, but Asuka just cut her off. And then, of course, you know, Carmella ended up hitting Asuka off the apron, which Asuka just landed back first. That was just a nasty backdrop. She fell on the outside. And then Carmella actually had a pretty damn good suicide dive on the outside as well into Asuka, so I thought that was pretty good. Back in the ring, Asuka fires up, starting to, you know, come back. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, someone dressed as Asuka appears and standing on the apron. And for some reason, Asuka is just... she's fucking mesmerized. Like, she sees a fucking ghost in front of her. I'm thinking, she comes off so fucking stupid. And of course... who is it? It's fucking James Ellsworth. So James Ellsworth is fucking back. Carmella, and Asuka go at it for like another 2 or 3 minutes, and then eventually Asuka's just fucking mind blown what she's seeing. Carmella hits a super kick out of nowhere on Asuka. 1, 2, 3 retains the championship. So for what it was all right. It wasn't bad. Definitely better than the Roman Reigns Jinder Mahal match. So I'll give them that. But I just thought Asuka came off so incredibly dumb by just staring at James Ellsworth, being mesmerized because someone is mirroring her look. I just thought, I don't know if like it's the mask thing or what. Obviously they'll play out the story. I just thought, like I said, Asuka just came off so incredibly dumb in this match, and James Ellsworth is back, which I'm pretty sure no one wants to see him back ever, so it's kind of disappointing to see him back, but what can you do? Carmella walked to still SmackDown Women's Champion. I'm glad about that. I wanted her to retain, so didn't mind that at all. And then, of course, we go to the last man standing match for the WWE Championship. AJ Styles defending against Shinsuke Nakamura. Definitely the best matches. They're series matches. They went out there and delivered a 30-minute awesome match, if you ask me. I feel like they really went out there and definitely tried to go all out. It started off slow because, they're just doing the typical thing that I hate, which is punch, kick or whatever. Referee counts, hit, move, referee counts. I hated that, but the last 10 minutes or so, they really started cooking. They brawled into the crowd. They started, Nakamura, through AJ on the announce table, hitting Sasha for a nice, fake count out, I guess you can say. And then, of course, you had the epic low blow, which that was being built up to. AJ actually prevented it at one point, but Nakamura ended up doing it once he was begging mercy from AJ Styles, and AJ just clocked him with he just clocked AJ with an awesome low blow, which was, again, a nice near count out. These two are just beating the shit out of each other. Nakamura just hits, some great Kinshasas on AJ. AJ's phenomenal form on the outside. And Nakamura's doing the thing where, his leg actually got fucked up because he went for a Kinshasa and AJ in the corner. Or he went for the thing where he puts one of the turnbuckle and does the knee into the gut. Goes for that, but AJ moves, so he actually hit the exposed turnbuckle, which led to Nakamura selling the knee, and that's what AJ was going for. Locked in the calf crusher on it several times. I thought it was great storytelling for that. And, played into the finish as well, with Nakamura being barely able to stand, and this is just beautiful. Well, Nakamura tells AJ to, come on, and AJ just beats the fuck out of him. He hits a Styles Clash off the steel steps onto the ground, which was just a phenomenal spot, no pun intended, for AJ Styles on Nakamura. So I thought for sure that was it, but of course Nakamura got out. AJ absolutely just killed Nakamura after he low-blowed the fuck out of him. Like, AJ, he kicked him in the nuts like as hard as he could. I thought Nakamura's balls just disintegrated after that. They were gone, non-existent at that point. It was an awesome ball shot. And then, of course, AJ hits a beautiful springboard, phenomenal forehand onto the outside through the announce table to secure the win. So AJ Styles walks out still the WWE Champion, which I was very disappointed in because I really wanted Nakamura to win the championship. I really did, but, AJ's been a great champion. He's been on a great run, so I honestly don't mind AJ retaining, but I really want Nakamura to win. I was very disappointed that didn't happen, but like I said, just, the last 10 minutes of this match were just fucking amazing. They just went all out, did a lot of great spots. Nakamura's facial expressions and selling were just on point, especially when AJ was working on the knee of him. I just thought he came off absolutely tremendous. So the feud apparently is over now. I'm not sure where Nakamura goes now because, they turned him heel and he's directionless. I don't know if he starts the feud with Jeff Hardy because of what happened on SmackDown Live this past Tuesday. Maybe that's the direction they're going with him. But AJ Styles still champion, going forward. And, like I said, just a fantastic last man standing match. Really enjoyed it. Definitely was a strong way to end their feud. From there, I'm going to the Raw Women's Championship match. Of course, Nia Jax defending against Ronda Rousey. Ronda Rousey is fucking awesome. At first, I wasn't digging this match. It was very slow. Nia Jax liking a bear hug for the longest time. She was just whipping Ronda Rousey around the ring like she was nothing, doing the whole barricade spot where she just whipping him into there, hit a Samoan drop for Ronda. Ronda actually kicked out at 2. It started off slow, but really started picking up. Ronda started getting a hot, comeback. She even did a goddamn crossbody at the top rope. Yeah, Ronda Rousey did a fucking crossbody. And, from there on, she did the flip. The flip, I'm not sure what the move's called, but this, exactly what I'm talking about. She did that the Nia Jax was very impressive. Ronda just looked absolutely awesome. And, of course, came down to, Nia Jax giving her a fucking power bomb, and then of course Nia Jax eventually getting locked into the armbar, or at least Ronda Rousey tried to lock in the armbar. She was fighting for the longest time, but by the time Ronda Rousey finally broke her hand up, what happens? Boom! Alexa Bliss hits Ronda Rousey in the back of the head of the Money in the Bank briefcase, takes Ronda out at ringside, takes her out completely, focuses on Nia Jax, swinging the briefcase, which, by the way, she swung that briefcase horribly. It was like Like, it was like the worst swings in the world, I'll tell you that, onto Nia Jax's arm that Ronda was working on. And cashes in. So Alexa Bliss ends their match via disqualification, so Ronda wins. But she's cashing in. So Alexa Bliss cashes in, hits DDT on Nia Jax, hits Twisted Bliss, and 1, 2, 3. Alexa Bliss is your 3-time Raw Women's Champion, and I couldn't be more happy for her. Definitely Alexa Bliss deserves it. I mean, she just lost it at WrestleMania, but you know what? Alexa Bliss is she's great. So, her be champion, and I'd rather see Ronda beat her, honestly, than Nia Jax at this point. So, if I'm guessing, I'm assuming Alexa and Ronda is the SummerSlam match now. That's what I'm assuming. I'm looking forward to that. That should be a good one. But, yeah, Alexa Bliss cashing in, and, you know, this comes back to what I was saying earlier, that Natalya should have won. Literally, exactly what Alexa Bliss did, I think, was what everyone thought Natalya was going to do. And it made sense storyline-wise. So the fact that they had Alexa Bliss do it, I know she's a heel, it's going to garner great heat, even though here she got a huge fucking pop. But it should have been Natalya. They would have got the heat that they probably wanted Alexa Bliss to get. But it was a great moment, but like I said, they literally did it with the wrong person. That's what it comes down to. They literally did this with the wrong person. So that's that. I'm happy Bliss is champion. Like I said, she's awesome. She deserves it. Probably going to get Ronda and Alexa at SummerSlam, which would be great. Ronda looked great in this match with Nia Jax. But, like I said, I don't know. I definitely thought Ronda should have walked out champion, and I'm not sure how I feel about Bliss, you know. I'm not a fan of briefcases being thrown away, which, that was the theme of this pay-per-view. They threw each briefcase away, pretty much. Which leads to the main event, which was the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. Braun Strowman, The Miz, Bobby Roode, Samoa Joe, Rusev, Kevin Owens, Finn Bálor, and representing the New Day, Kofi Kingston. Was not expecting Kofi to be in this match, but he was in it instead of Big E, so I think that shocked everyone. This is another great ladder match right here. You know, each men got some good stuff in. Besides Bobby Roode seemed like he just disappeared and didn't really exist later on this match. But, you know, they all tried to go after Braun Strowman. You know, they buried him in ladders, so that was one of the bigger spots in the match. Finn Bálor had Dakota off the ladder, so that came off great. Braun Strowman killed Kevin Owens when he threw him off that big fucking ladder on the stage through the announced after tables on the side. So that took out Kevin Owens for the entire match after that. So Kevin Owens, rest in peace after that spot, buddy. But yeah, you had some great spots. Like I said, I thought everyone looked good for the most part. Samoa Joe and Braun Strowman had some good stuff with, you know, Joe choking out Strowman, which led to Owens super kicking him. And then, you know, the finish came with, you know, Miz almost winning it, and then everyone started climbing it, and then you had Finn Bálor and Braun Strowman. Finn Bálor gets knocked down, and Strowman just unhooks the briefcase and wins. Braun Strowman fucking wins the Money in the Bank briefcase. Why? Obviously, Strowman, which I'm guessing tomorrow night, Strowman's just going to announce that he's going to face Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam. That's a SummerSlam match. So that's what I'm assuming is going to happen. Why waste a brief? He doesn't fucking need it. You could have easily had someone else win it. Strowman, he was already being built up for Brock. You could just had him win a match to face Brock at SummerSlam. But no, you have to waste the briefcase because now he's going to cash it in. He's going to announce it and he's going to do that. It's a complete waste of the briefcase. They did it with Bliss where they just had to cash in the same night. Now they're wasting away this one. That's my main complaint now. Money in the Bank briefcase is so pointless because they just wasted away, no problem, like it's absolutely nothing, and it's so annoying. And I can rant on for days about how annoying this is, but you know what? I'm going to save the rant. Braun Strowman wins Money in the Bank. He's going to cash in on Brock Lesnar probably at SummerSlam. I know there's some theories that he's going to cash in on Roman if Roman beats Brock at SummerSlam instead of turning him heel again. I think it's better off to have him announce cash in tomorrow night than he's going to face Lesnar. That's the money match right there, Lesnar and Strowman, not Lesnar and Reigns again. But so stupid. I don't agree with it at all, but what can you do? I'm not going to rant about it forever. Great match. Like I said, you had some great spots. I thought everyone looked good. Kofi, you know, definitely excelled in this match. And I thought it was a good main event, you know, for the most part. I don't think it was match tonight. I do think AJ Nakamura stole the show. But it was a damn good pay-per-view. Like I said, I thought overall, Money in the Bank was a very good pay-per-view. I thought it delivered. The two ladder matches as well as the WWE title match definitely delivered. You know, I thought the Raw Women's title match definitely delivered as well. It was a good match. You know, Ronda definitely looked great and definitely probably one of Nia Jax's best matches. Elias and Seth Rollins had a really good Intercontinental match as well. And everything else show wasn't just, you know, wasn't too bad. You know, it was a good show overall. It was very good. You know, definitely better than Backlash. And yeah, that'll do it for my review, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did, please like below. If you guys like as well, leave you guys your thoughts on Money in the Bank in the comment section below. If you guys liked it, if you didn't like it, what you agreed with, what you did agree with, pretty much anything Money in the Bank related, feel free to leave you guys, you know, thoughts in the comment section below. Until next time, I'll see you guys there. Thank you guys for watching the video.